Alright, so today's video is going to be kind of like an honest review of this 7-piece body and fender set with case that I got from Harbor Freight. It's really cheap, and the prices vary seasonally obviously, and they go up with inflation, but let me show you what I started with to show you what exactly it is that these tools do in the average hands. I'm not a professional by any means, I'm just a handyman, your average guy. And this fender was completely, to some I guess you could say, unsavable. There had been an extensive amount of body damage, multiple impacts, and the body filler that was right here, you can still kind of see a little bit of, you know, not quite smoothness, but it's a lot better than what it was. Some sanding, a couple coats of heavy primer, maybe a little bit of body filler, and it'd be perfect. But like I was saying, this fender was practically unshapeable. Let me show you. So, as I've shown you, the fender was really bad. It was up to 3/8 of an inch thick right here as far as body filler, and throughout it was at least a 1/16 to an 8-inch thick, or 1/8 inch thick everywhere else. So these tools right here, they come with multiple hammers with multiple concaves on them. So this one's flat round, this one has a curve to it. The finish on them isn't, you know, this is a little less flat than the other round one. It's got a pick for shrinking metal. This one's a little more of a curve than the other flat one, and there's this for reaching in tight spots. And then again, the dollies that they come with have different curves to them. They got a good weight to them. The finish isn't perfect by any means. There's all these different little curves to, you know. This is an essential kit. It's not that much money, but the results with this kit versus without it are day and night. If I were to just use say a piece of wood and a hammer, the results would not look like this. I've tried that before, and let me tell you, it looks horrible. But you know, it has all the curves that you would need. This is the exact same kit that Eastwood sells. Eastwood might have a little bit better finish. This looks like it was sanded with 600, 800 grit sandpaper, but the kit is the same. It's made in China. It's not exactly, you know, something you would charge somebody $80 an hour to use, but it is something that somebody like myself with a limited budget can use, and use very well, to turn a disaster into a presentable fender. At least now it doesn't look like I don't give a damn. So that's that, and now we will show you a little bit of the work I did to make this fender look the way it looks right now, which, by the way, is a lot better than it started. Alright, as you can see how thick this is, and this area was, I mean, I had some damage, but it wasn't bad like that. So this is a 1/16 of an inch of Bondo, or body filler, in an area that's relatively straight. You can only imagine how thick it was over there. It was a 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch, so it's pretty bad. Alright, so now you have the different surfaces, and this may not be the most professional approach to it, but it works. So this is a series of holes that the previous owner had used to pull out the dent. You're working against this dolly to flatten out the metal. And vice versa. You gotta be careful what you're working is. You gotta try to bring back the metal as close as you can, but can't push it past where it needs to be. Because if you do, you're stretching it, because you're going to have to push it back to where the fact that it has a dent already means that it's stretched. So it might come to a situation where you just take a torch, heat it up as hot as you can get, and hit it with some water, which would then shrink it. Also harden the metal, so be careful of that, it'll make it somewhat brittle. But you just work your way around using dolly in and out, whichever works best for you. Just be careful to work the metal slowly. And slowly you'll work out all the dents. And it'll be straight. Okay.
That was fucking crazy.